Good afternoon. It is Saturday, 10th of July. It's a warm, slightly overcast afternoon, and I'm back here in the Radio Nook with a pile of parcels to unbox and, of course, a nice hot cup of tea. So, going to get into the next one. So, get the knife out and quick slice. There we go. Let's open. Let's see what interesting thing is in here. There's nothing else in there. This is Project Cassandra, Psychics of the Cold War from LunarShadow Designs. There we go. Essentially, here's the redacted explanation of the role-playing game on the back. That's a nice touch. Project Cassandra, a role-playing game of Cold War psychics trying to prevent an apocalyptic vision from coming to pass. Ready to play for GM and 2 or more players. Includes pre-generated characters, 2 ready-to-play missions, powered by the Precognition engine, lightweight 6d6 system driven by visions of the future. Evidence of a global conspiracy, assassination, sabotage, prevent the Cold War from igniting. A Hellenus contained within our surviving files. Inside we have a bit more explanation of what this game is. It's very plain inside, but I think that doesn't detract from it. It's clear, it's easy to read. There is some artwork, some of it photographed like that, and then illustrated pieces like that. So essentially, if you want your cigarette man or smoking man, depending upon your preferred source of inspiration. And what is Project Cassandra? Project Cassandra is a game of the Cold War, of secret government projects and the search for superpowered individuals by those on both sides of the Iron Curtain. It tells the tale of a classified research project into precognition that not only succeeded but predicted a cataclysmic event that could upset the delicate balance of power between East and West. Hindered by government bureaucracy and the machinations of a global conspiracy, the subjects of Project Cassandra must take it upon themselves to prevent the world from descending into nuclear Armageddon. A game of Project Cassandra is centered on a single mission spanning 1 to 4 sessions as the players intervene in a pivotal moment in the history of the Cold War. The underlying precognition engine is designed to put the psychic abilities of the characters front and center by providing players with narrative input that supplements the threats, events, and individuals introduced by the GM. So we have a classified history, which explains the setting. So there, before we get into running Project Cassandra, which includes building a conspiracy with things like an assassination attempt, which should include how was the president killed, where will the attack take place, why will the world believe you are responsible. So essentially, the default setup throughout the rules is that subjects of Project Cassandra must save the life of the President of the United States in order to prevent the Cold War from going hot. This does not mean this is the only option. To play out alternate missions, identify a point of tension where the intervention of a group of psychics could have altered the path of history. For example, what impact might the infiltration of Cuba by a psychic task force have had on the missile crisis of 1962? Was the 1971 hijacking of the Boeing 727 by D.B. Cooper cover for a larger, more nefarious plot? Several nuclear weapons have been lost at sea over the decades. What would have happened if one had been recovered by agitators prior to the attempted Soviet coup d'etat of 1991? So there's lots of options in there if you enjoy your Cold War history. Bucket loads of whole caseload files of conspiracies and things to explore in this role-playing game. Delta Green covers some of it, or certainly the previous iteration of Delta Green kind of covers it, and so does the Fall of Delta Green. But it infuses that with the Cthulhu mythos, of course, or the unnatural, depending upon your interpretation. But here we have essentially the agendas. So essentially what the agendas are: the GM should be making things extraordinary, building towards a dramatic climax, to take suspicion and twist it into paranoia, to make failure count as much as success, to play to the genre. And that includes the players as well. They should be cooperating with that. And explore. I think essentially explores all of these in detail. And it does have a discussion of safety tools, lines and veils, script changes, and that kind of thing. But it's also got, I think, essentially plays the genre, and it's got a list of the suggested periods, like the McCarthy era of the 1950s, the Vietnam War from 55 to 75, Cuban Missile Crisis of 62, JFK assassination of 63, Apollo 11 mission of 69, and Pershing missions deployed to West Germany in 83. So those are just some of the options, just some of the backgrounds of the Cold War, some of the events around which a game of Cassandra Files could be written. And a lot of this will be essentially, for a lot of gamers of a certain age, this will be part of their childhoods, even some to extent, basically they're adults as well. So then we go on to essentially how to roll dice. Here we go, and into the rules of engagement, taking actions, aiding others in consequences and conditions up to death, and then following the action and using premonitions, visions, and powers, and so on, and knowledges, and basically all features of the characters. And then we've got an example of play. Always useful if you've got a role-playing game and it's a bit different, even if it's not a bit different, include an example of play, because that showcases essentially how the designers think the game should be played, or how they played it, how they think you should be playing it, using the rules. And also, it showcases essentially people having fun with it. This is enjoyable, this is interesting. And essentially, we've gone past the middle of the book before we get onto character generation. And we get into things like exposing the conspiracy, long-term play. Essentially, Project Cassandra was originally built with a focus on single mission play, but it doesn't mean that you can't continue work expose the conspiracy and those that seek to seize the power for themselves. So we have a discussion of that with examples and so on. And breakdown of missions before we get into mission profiles, and we have 2 missions here. So Ich bin ein Berliner, donuts optional, and mission profile: the dark side of the moon, as in what's on the other side of the moon. Because obviously the interesting thing is with the Apollo missions, essentially would go around the moon, and when they're out on the other side of the moon, they're out of radio contact with Houston. So what did they see? What were they doing? Those are all sort of questions which you would answer with this with Project Cassandra. This type of roleplay game. So, and then we have player characters, example ones. So here we go. Here's the subject file for one character. So the first character is basically former Secret Service agent. This one is an academic analyst. Shady investigative reporter. Criminal mechanic, a little bit different there. And last one is a military veteran. Looks more like a refugee from a G.I. Joe comic, and then basically you play a character sheet for creating your own. So, and then is that it? That's it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's Project Cassandra from LunarShadow Designs. It's come from Kickstarter. I will do a review of this in due course. It'll be interesting to see what it's like. And essentially, one of these things is with a simple role-playing game like this, it opens up a realm of possibilities because it's drawing from history and from pop culture history. So you've got a lot to work with once you dig into it. The only thing I kind of would have wished that there was in here was a bibliography. That would have been nice. Essentially give some kind of inspiration, further inspiration for the GM. But yeah, that's Project Cassandra. Anyway, thank you for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, please do click on the like button down below. If you've got any comments or feedback, I do take the time to read those, so I appreciate you posting those too. And of course, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, please do click the like button, the subscribe button, and you'll be told when I upload another video, and you get 10 minutes of me here with another parcel and a book, and of course, nice hot cup of tea, and 10 minutes of me just talking about what's in one of these parcels. Again, thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another parcel. I haven't decided. Could be that one. Could be that one. That one. You'll find out in the next one. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.